Hello and welcome to a Swine Brothers special um, event where we dissect a video. It's the two Swine Brothers co-hosts. I am Elliot Lindemood and my usual co-zombie is...
I am the Jim, and I couldn't get past 1 minute of this, and now I gotta sit through the whole thing.
Oh, I actually watched the entire thing and it took me 11 hours to watch an 11-minute video. The video in question is Obstacles Young Metalheads Face by Killbot&GorGorAttack. He's trying to do a Futurama versus Guar thing, I think. And yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to watch some of it. You may be able to hear it or not. I don't know at this point. If you can't hear it, just wait.
And it'll come in the big screen whenever I start talking, and if you can't hear it, don't worry. We'll probably splice something together. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and we'll have a link for the to watch the video. Of course, it has over 12,000 views, so you've probably already seen it. And we'll stop it periodically to make a commentary.
Yeah, and since you're the young metalhead here, I want your perspective. Are these problems you have faced?
My voice isn't as bad as his, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Let's start this fucker. Okay. I have no idea what the fuck that intro was supposed to be respective of.
I feel like I've heard it somewhere.
Well, it's just a guitar riff, but still, you didn't get to see it. I'm trying to think. He had two fucking pieces of paper, crumbled them up, and it went all blood. And I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to symbolize.
Yeah, that's glam level cheesiness.
Yeah, okay, let's go on.
Yes.
Good for you.
I started getting into it when I was like 7 or 8. Okay, I didn't really get into it, but I was aware of it.
Yes, and I didn't get into it till I was 17, so I'm much fucking older and didn't get into it till much later.
Yes, but then you kind of dove into it.
Yeah, so, there was that.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, obstacles, okay.
Obstacles and problems. If what you can do is, if you're watching this, play the video on another window, and you could follow along with us.
Or I'll get some video editing software if it actually works this time, because it keeps fucking glitching on the systems I currently got. And I can't access my old video editing software because the ex-girlfriend has it.
Which
oh well.
Sucks. Oh well.
Okay, so lots of effort.
Listen to
Problems with effort.
Listen to the tech death in the background. I have no idea what song that is.
Oh God, I'm trying. So first problem. Okay, there's a stigma with long hair. Okay.
Well, yeah, I always got it cut until recently, where I just decided fuck it. Actually, I get like a haircut a year, but then I just decided fuck it, and I'm just gonna, because my hair, it'll stop growing. It has its moment where it's like I'm not growing any further, so it's at its limit.
Well, I gotta fucking keep my hair long, otherwise I look like really fucked up, like a fucking pedo or. I mean, if I go full shave, I just look like a really evil Jackie Coogan's fucking Uncle Fester.
I'm sorry. I'm just that you should do that one day.
No, because then I want to grow it back, and then I gotta go through that phase where it's not that long again, and it looks all pedo, and I can't fucking tie it back, and oh god.
So you'll stick with the Amish.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, so you're bitching about people that like the Beatles.
Because they had long hair, and I've never heard
Who the
anyone
fuck
say,
is bitching about people having long hair?
maybe
I mean,
back in the 50s and 60s, you know, damn long hairs. But I mean, and the punks used to beat up long hairs in the 80s, but he's talking about the straights of society.
yeah, and who the fuck does that these days?
I don't know.
I mean, where the fuck do you live in order for that to happen?
Probably like buttfuck Texas.
Because fuck, I can't tell you the number of fucking chicks that like the fact I got long hair.
Yeah, I had one girl who was pissed off because I cut it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a lesson.
Mm-hmm. Jesus freaks. You're actually caring what Jesus freaks say, and you claim to be a metalhead.
Yeah. Enough said, really.
God, that's such a pathetic thing.
Yeah.
I'll take you all down into the flames.
Yeah.
So, yes, he was a hippie.
And also a terrorist.
Yay! Kicking over tables and the money changers. Yes, I love that fucking scene in the Bible.
By you know, some Republican standards, by most standards of republicanism, Jesus would be considered a terrorist.
Yes, because he disrupted business done in the
Yes.
temple.
Yes.
The cleansing of the temple. Beautiful scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, who the fuck's making fun of your hair?
I'm making fun of your voice. What? Describe for the blindy what he looks like. Just try to describe. I know you have, but describe for those viewers who can't see. I know there's at least one other who might be watching. What does he?
Think if Dave Mustaine and Cliff Burton had a love child, then dropped it on its head 50 times. And the balls didn't drop yet.
That is possibly the greatest description thing I've ever heard. Like, I keep thinking I might know this kid. I know I don't, but I keep thinking I know this kid from somewhere.
I don't know. Yes, it's just hair. Why are you worried about what other people think? You're supposed to have a level of apathy at this point.
Yes, because that's what metal is.
Oh, God. It was about here where I stopped watching it before I had to go to work today.
I'll tell you
like,
when
I don't want to fucking. It's first day on the job and I'm working customer service. Please, I don't want to kill customers. I had to listen to fucking death metal before I could go.
Good. I'll tell you when I stopped watching. There's a point.
Oh, God. Okay, so instead of saying you shouldn't give a flying fuck what other people are saying, you're saying, hey, if they're judging you, cast judgment back. Fuck that shit. They're not worth it.
And by the way, just to play at his own game, metalhead's not really pleasing to the eye. I mean, Lemmy. Okay, he wasn't really a metalhead, but you know what I mean. Lemmy's wasn't really a good-looking person.
Oh, God, we're fucking filth, and we embrace that.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not. You're on some plane where everything's clean. I like the long hair, but quit judging me. I'll judge you instead. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. knew
Just
I
quit
was
caring. You know, once you cease caring about these things, you will become an adult. Trust me.
I actually embraced the filth rather than I was like, yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm fat and ugly. Good.
Yes, I'm fat and ugly, and you know what? I'm still going to attempt to get in shape because that's motivation. Recognizing I am fat and ugly. Ergo, hey, I could go out and exercise and try to change that if I were so motivated.
True.
And every day I keep getting closer and closer to being motivated enough to do something about it.
And I keep on not caring because fuck you. Barbara
Old
Bush.
what?
Barbara Bush. Really?
Is that what you're going with?
That's what he's saying.
Oh, God. Narrow scope of mind. Let's go pick on righties. You know, fucking shit. Have you seen Hillary
Like,
Clinton lately? I mean, you could have said like Barbara Bush or Hillary Clinton. That would have been great there because they're both. Is Barbara Bush even still alive?
yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, she is. Like 90 or so.
There's another fucking Draco Lich there. Fucking, I swear they have to have like some sort of dark ritual in the basement, and then they have to fake presidential deaths because they're actually undead at this point.
I think Hillary Clinton's not even a person anymore. She's just a robot.
Yeah, so it's fucking Barbara Bush. Fuck.
True.
I am the greatest country, USA.
America must be destroyed.
Yes, bring out the Reaganator so we can destroy it.
Yes, the Reaganator.
What generation are you in?
I don't know. The World War II veterans are dying fast, by the way.
I mean, you're what?
Although
How the fuck? What the hell?
there's a really good point in this where I just had to stop and laugh, and I'll tell you when that is.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting here thinking, World War II veterans, you're not old enough to know that many of them unless you're fucking volunteering for an old folks home that cares to a lot of them.
Yeah, because that was 71 years ago.
I mean, I knew a few, but they were friends with my grandparents. I know a lot more non-veterans because they were the parents of my friends and their friends. But, you know,
my grandfather served in Korea. I kind of regret not knowing any kind of World War II veterans because although I'm not really a big fan of war, the stories really impress upon you. Like I remember one time,
God,
just off topic. I remember listening to a Holocaust survivor speak, and that's one of the most emotional, hitting home experiences I think I've ever had.
Yeah, fucking damn. I've met a couple Holocaust survivors, and that's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And the things that they would talk about, it's like, you know, these documentaries go white fluff with it, and it's still dark as fuck in the dark documentaries. And that's the white fluff version. Whenever they tell you the fucked up shit that they saw whenever they were like 6. I was 6 years old, and they were fucking raping this girl, and then they...
That's why
God,
I like
fuck.
the Final Solution documentary because it was made in the 70s before, you know, feelings, whatever, when it was educational television, and it was one of the most moving documentaries because it just shows you the horrors. Not to stop.
It's fucking horrible, man. Yeah. I mean, and this is shit that people need to know. This is how depraved humanity is. But then hearing this guy, you know, sit here and mock World War II veterans, you realize the shit they saw. I mean, especially fucking, I knew a D-Day survivor, and like there were points where he would start talking, and then like he'd say something like, and then the boat opened up, and
Yep.
then he couldn't complete what he was thinking, and he just started crying. And this is like a guy, hard as nails, you didn't think would ever cry, and he just couldn't complete it because it all came back to him watching the front row of all his friends that he went to fucking basic with just getting mowed down by machine gun fire before they even got off the fucking boat.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not the most, war-friendly person, but I find those very moving because it's like, wow, these people who it dealt with, let's face it, a lot more than even people in like Iraq deal with, because there's not that much fight. There wasn't, it wasn't as,
I mean, they still dealt with fucking
Yeah.
clusterfucks in Iraq, but dear
but
God,
still,
we had technology to give us a bit more of an edge these days.
yeah.
Whereas back then, everyone was pretty much on even footing, and it was just slaughter.
Or a World War One veteran, that would have been.
Oh God, with the
Yeah.
fucking mustard gas shit. Fuck.
We didn't mean to, but yeah, I think anyone who knows us knows we're having interest in World War and history. So
Yeah, just because we like to know where the fuck we come from and want to try to see which patterns can be averted.
And that was one of the things I really applauded that two of my schools allowed Holocaust survivors to spend a couple hours and talk about that. I even said, with the whole dumbing down of the educational system, just to hear that was,
Yeah.
best. Anyway.
Okay, so you're mocking World War II veterans and probably don't know any. Continue. I know chicks that fucking shave their heads and they're like, in their. Fuck, I've known chicks that shaved their fucking heads back in their fucking teens.
Yeah. Actually, the middle-aged women I've dated, which is a couple, because Jim knows the stories, all had long hair. I don't know who the hell you've been talking to.
And further, have you ever seen any good punk dudes on chicks? I bet you haven't.
Mm.
Well, this guy, that is. You probably have.
Well, yeah, obviously. But you've never, yeah. Well, and middle-aged, like I said, people. Shit, I've dated people older than you are now.
Good. Why are you
frog death?
And also, so your thing about people casting judgments on you is to cast judgments on them and try to fucking what the fuck?
Yes.
You've offered nothing with substance, nothing like, fucking stand up and don't give a fuck, be an fucking just go fucking for the all guts, all glory. Fuck that shit. No, this is all like, I'm gonna be fucking wuss bag as all fuck. Oh,
Yep,
man.
that's pretty much.
Why, God?
God hates. It's hard to take you seriously.
Oh, God, but you've already taken them seriously enough to fucking cast fucking judgments on them.
Oh God, it's God.
If you're not, the whole point is to not take them seriously, then why are you saying, oh, you're Barbara Bush, you're a fucking World War II veteran, you're this, you're that? What? Why take them that seriously?
Because he's never learned.
And also, who the fuck gives a shit about long hair these days? Where the fuck do you live where this is a problem? Are you in Mormon country?
Yeah, I want to know how this guy got big on YouTube, because he has 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 views of this abortion. You know what? No, it's not an abortion, because there's no coat hanger or bloody fetus.
Yeah, abortions are cool.
Yeah.
You just got done judging all these.
God, his voice. I'm not one to judge someone's hairstyle. Sounds like
But
he sounds like
but the whole thing is he spent like what? Or the last 30 seconds at least doing nothing but cast judgments on their hairstyles. Then he says, but I'm not one to judge it. What?
you know who he reminds. You're probably familiar with the comedian Emo Phillips. He reminds me of a cross between Emo Phillips and our good friend Mason.
Oh, God. That, that is the least threatening look I have seen in a while. Oh my God. I'm going to try to look all intimidating. You look like something
just the
that
way
I
he
would.
said it. I'll come after you.
You're trying to be threatening, and you're like the least threatening. How?
I mean, I'm big, fat, and lazy, and I can probably snap your neck with one.
God, I've had my ass kicked by the best of them. You are nowhere near the point where I would think twice.
How old does this guy look?
14, 15, maybe. Okay, no. Maybe 18.
Okay, yeah, he's older than 14. We know that because he said he got into metal at 14. So 17, 18, God, even I grew up.
Yeah, if he's anywhere in his 30s, dear fuck.
With the voice like that, I don't think so.
Oh God. Oh, I know why he's got subscribers. He's got the tech. He's got the money to invest in tech. Lovely.
Probably.
Enjoy
Yeah.
being rich.
Yeah, Whereas I'm
As
doing
I'm looking, I just noticed the mic off to the right, and it's like fucking nice recording quality.
Yeah.
Something I'd like to eventually get, but I make minimum wage, motherfucker. Piss off.
My sister has one, but I have a decent one, but yeah, I'm doing this for free because I love it. You're doing this to get money, so.
No, I work a job to get
no,
money. I do this
him,
to have fun.
him,
Oh yeah,
him. No.
because
He's clearly doing this for money.
I'd like to get money out of this, but I gotta love what I'm doing first, and this just seems so shallow.
And I would love to get money out of this as well, and hopefully one day we will, and maybe one day pigs will fly too.
Yes.
I find that to be a double standard. Oh God, his voice just. People think Mason's voice is shit.
Who the fuck is saying metal men? Okay, so what metalhead judges you for having long hair?
I don't know.
Okay, because that's okay. I could almost see, someone from a generation removed, or someone living in Mormon country, or someone living in some really religious backward area having, people look at them badly for having long hair. But it's not because, you're a metalhead with long hair. It's because you got the long hair. Or
well, and he's talking about when you're like 14 or 15. At that age, I didn't care what people thought.
And you're really not supposed to. God.
I mean, the only way I can care, like I can think of people being bullied for or beat up for long hair is the punk scene in like the late 70s, early 80s, where if you had long hair, you're probably getting your ass kicked. That's changed because of the whole, punk and metal kind of crossover thing. But
yeah,
back in the day, the skinheads would pound you.
God. Oh man. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Peace. Harmony. Because war is all we know. You fucking got Gorgor in your damn title, and you can't tell me you don't know that fucking song?
They say war is all we know. If only that were true.
Oh, God. Welcome to the hippy dippy bullshit.
Hippy dippy weather, man. Oh, sorry, that's George Carlin. He's far too good to be lumped in with this guy.
Yeah.
I want to say this is Obscura in the background, some prog wank.
I
Prog,
don't know.
but we all have our own ideal looks.
Mm-hmm.
God, this guy, this is one of those guys we're just gonna keep doing impressions of on Swine Brothers. I think.
Oh my God. I can't even fucking. I don't know.
Hi, Jim.
I think I need to be kicked in the balls a few times so that way they've recessed enough to hit that pitch again.
And dropped on your head a couple times.
Yeah.
It's not so much the balls. It's more you need to de-smoke your throat.
De-smoke my. Fuck you. Wow, a piece of good advice. I'm impressed.
Oh, oh.
After 2 minutes.
Yeah,
it took 2 minutes to get one sentence that was
keep
good
going.
advice.
Keep going. He's not done. Just I told you.
Wait, I gotta get the context here again.
Okay. Told you.
Okay, so you're saying that having these aspersions cast upon you is a problem, meaning that there's a majority of people who have a problem with it. But then you're saying the majority of people don't.
He doesn't know what he's saying.
He's we're just over 2 minutes into this video and he has contradicted himself 4 times.
See, I mean, I didn't join the metal scene because I wanted to belong. I joined it because, cool music, and maybe the people are cool. And maybe I can carve out my own niche. I didn't want to fit into anyone else's niche. I wanted to carve out my own. I didn't care if you didn't like something I said. I mean, Jim, how many people have unfriended me who are serious hardcore metalheads because they can't take the misanthropy?
Plenty. And
I
you know
tell
what?
you about it.
I've had a lot of people fucking give me shit too, but you know what? How often do I fucking talk to these fuckers?
And a lot of these people are actually in bands that I still really like. And I'll even say, yeah, I love the band. Want to kill the guy, but I hate, I love the band. I mean, I can ACXDC, Drop Dead, a couple punk bands. So I can tell you, people. So I've never, if you didn't like something I said or something that I did or whatever, then I didn't need you.
Also, I think he's coming at this from the angle that metalheads belong to this huge community with these. What? I mean, the metal community. Yes, there.
He heard 80s songs about united forces and took it a little bit too seriously.
I mean, oh God, there.
Look, is there a kind of a community of metalheads? I mean, can I talk to people I hate about music? I've talked to fucking Shane Mathis, okay? A guy I would love to do horrible things to about black metal. And he gave me some interesting recommendations. I talked to Kim Kelly about metal, and she gave me some interesting recommendations. I can't stand them, but so is there some sort of, I don't want to say community, but is there some sort of, yeah.
Well, whenever people actually get things,
yeah,
that they will get and they will give you some good recommendations. But
even if the people you hate.
and even there's good bands out there whose politics I fucking hate. God.
Yeah, exactly. But like Mathis, everyone knows that Shane Mathis is like public enemy number 1 on Swine Brothers.
Yeah,
And
but
yet, the guy actually has a decent taste in music.
yeah, so whatever. But it's not like an actual community. You're bound only by the fucking music. Everyone carves out their own niche, And, you know, I always used to take it as writ whenever I was younger, first into the scene, thinking that everyone that listened to it was into the same level of introspection, the same kind of delving war of ideas and various philosophies that, like, you know, me and all my friends and everything else was in. And then I started bumping into complete dullards that didn't know a damn thing. They just had good taste in music, but they were complete cretins.
I
And I
always
was
took
like,
it
wow.
as that everyone in the scene was into metal as much as I am. Jim knows that I think my blood's been replaced with metal. I mean, do I
Bleeding
like?
Mercury.
Yes. Do I like other types of music? Of course, I like punk. I like some pop, whatever. I like some folk and shit. But it always goes back to metal. But then I know people who are really into metal, but then, well, metal's like maybe a tenth of what I listen to. So, you know, that's all well and good. And we talk about it. But I was like, yeah, everyone's totally into metal. And I think metal's about 8/10 of what I listen to.
I think it's about 7/8 of what I listen to. So I
My
like me some classical. I like me some really weird,
yeah.
fucked up shit from different places in the world. And then you got the weird clique shit. And then you got the novelty shit I listen to, which, you know, whatever, you know.
One of these hangouts, we got to do a thing of weird music. Not metal, but just because I have my fair share of Robbie the Werewolf, enough said. 1960s, 1964 folk singer who talked about vampires and werewolves and shit.
Oh, man. But still, it's just like, that's just what I see here. There's a huge community and everyone's like-minded in all these ways, and they're going to suffer all the... What the fuck?
I don't know. But yeah, yes, you're bound by the music, but you know, God, how many people have, dude, you're too cynical. Dude, you're into death metal. How can you say that?
Yeah, really.
Okay, I got a story here. I know a very ultra Christian girl named Bonnie, who I'm still friends with to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to believe because she's like very nice and but she saw me wearing a Hellhammer T-shirt, and the Hellhammer T-shirt, it's the cover to the Satanic Rites demo featuring basically a dude hanging from a tree. It's a Swiss painting, but it's a dude hanging from a tree. She's like, "That's an interesting shirt." She didn't say like, "Oh my god, that shirt's satanic." She's just like, "That's an interesting shirt." And you can she's like, "It's kind of fucked up," but it wasn't. There was no big anything, and my my family may make fun of. I don't fucking know my family because I don't listen to them.
Meanwhile, here I am fucking wearing Eaten Back to Life t-shirt to fucking school back in fucking 90s. Ah, glorious day.
I didn't have an Eaten Back to Life. I had Submerged in Boiling Flesh off the Kill album, featuring a pretty good picture on the back of a guy being submerged into a thing of boiling flesh.
Yeah. And also, I mean, first off, these things are meant to shock, and you're not good. And if you're not shocking people with them, then whatever. And if you do shock people with them, purpose served. Yet you're complaining that shocking people, they're just so narrow-minded.
Because your family might make fun of you. I have never cared what my family thought. I'm not with you. Hey, do you like this music? It's Artery Eruption.
God, fucking shit. Remember when I used my first dose of Christmas money to buy my first dose of fucking metal t-shirts? And my mom looked at me funny, and my dad looked at me funny, and I didn't care.
Actually, they looked at you funny just because you're retarded, but
Probably. I don't give a shit. But at the same point here, it's like, you know, who gives a flying fuck? You're not supposed to give a shit.
Apparently, he does.
Oh, God. What does the community think of me? They should just accept me blindly whenever I'm wearing things that state I reject you.
And see,
But wait, I'm not rejecting you.
This is what I mean by metalheads being, able to snipe at each other. Because God, this guy, although I think he has some interesting taste in music, God, he's just so annoying.
Back to life at the age of 16, walking down my fucking skull.
Submerged in
Fuck
boiling
you.
flesh. Or Hellhammer, the Satanic Rite shirt. Or the fucking Municipal Waste shirt. Or the, oh, I can't remember. It's been a while. The Slayer shirt with the SS Army helmet. Oh, that actually got some, people actually yelled at me for that. What are you wearing an SS Army shirt for? It's like, no, dude, it's Slayer.
Oh, God.
It just happened to wear, I mean, and I was an idiot, right? And when you're a kid, you try to explain to diffuse the situation. I was like, no, the Tom Araya is from Chile and blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, I should have just been like, because I'm a Nazi. Can't you tell with my, friends of different, cultures? Can't you tell I'm a Nazi?
Yeah, really. Fuck. You know what else is really good for kids under 18?
Crystal meth?
No, forming a shoplifting fucking syndicate, sort of. We had a nice little shoplifting gang going on for a while there, especially after I got busted, because that meant all eyes were really on me and not watching my friends, and I was the perfect decoy. These are things you could actually go to juvie for, especially considering how much we shoplifted.
Here's something. I don't know if I'm familiar with Jesse James. He's a chopper builder, and he has a show called Monster Garage. He likes metal and punk and shit. I'm reading his book, and like the first thing he says in like chapter 1 is how at the age of like 15, 16, they would steal cars and sell parts and chop them up and throw them in dumpsters. And he was talking about how, yeah, so late generation Camaros were easy, because this is the 80s, were easy to steal. Because what you do is you tap on this, and then you do this and this. You can do it in like 30 seconds. He was giving me a how-to guide to steal a 1980s car.
All right.
At 15. I'm sorry, Jim, but he's got nothing on you, or you've got nothing on him.
Yeah, I know. He stole actual cars. We just shoplifted from the mall and Kmart.
And he builds fucking awesome motorcycles.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you do? You burn her fucking bras. I have a friend that did that shit. My mom threw away my fucking Slayer t-shirt, so I burned all her bras.
No, I have a friend.
Welcome to the 60s, motherfucker.
I have a friend who did something better. His mom threw away a bag of shirts. So they were in a bag. They were still sealed. So he went digging through the trash. Okay. Actually found the bag, washed it out to make sure it was clean, and dumped the trash on her bed. So she came in. Why is my room smelling like? Oh my god! Yeah, you asked for it. I don't think he ever had problems with her ever again. And
learn how to stand up for yourself. And yes, you'll get in trouble. And yes, shit will happen. But guess what? The more you learn to stand up for yourself, the more you start to form your own identity.
And it was so he got so lucky because the shirts were still sealed in the bag. He could just wash it out or whatever, because there was shit in that, like cat dog shit and shit that he just put on her bed, like, fuck you.
See, I'm just glad that I didn't have to put up with that shit from my parents, because they knew that, well, actually, I was left to pretty much raise myself after the age of 13.
Unfortunately, I had to like bring them with me to buy shirts and shit because I didn't have friends. So they already knew that I was into like shit, and they just didn't give a shit because it was just like, whatever. So
yeah,
I know that's kind of a pussy story, but fuck you.
Oh, fuck you too. I don't have any cool stories about my parents trying to oppress me.
No,
That was more, I got stories about before that, whenever I was actually punished for, looking at my dad's porn collection whenever I was 7, 8 years old. But, after that, I learned how to actually sneak in and sneak out and steal shit without him noticing.
I have
Especially
stories.
once you started getting more into the fucking spanking and shizer porn. I could steal his vanilla shit, and he wouldn't give two shits because he didn't know it was missing.
I have story. Yeah, I have stories about walking in the class with like a napalm death shirt on. Teacher just going, Napalm death? Who's Napalm death? No, no, no. Napalm death. Oh, that's not very nice.
Meanwhile, I sleep in every class and ace every test.
I slept in every class and failed every test because I didn't give a shit. And guess what? Still don't.
Okay.
If you actually paid $20 for a shirt, you freaking lame.
I mean, unless you got it at the show.
10 to 15 usually.
Yeah. I mean, if you wait till like after the show, whenever the fucking people are trying to scalp what they couldn't sell, at the booths, you'll find some really good deals. I got like a fucking Sabbath shirt from the fucking this Ozfest before the one I actually went to for like $6.
Well, I see what I do because if you get the shirts, they're $30 or more. And in fact, because they've gotten way up, and in fact, they were selling an EP called The End with a T-shirt. I think it was like $60 at shows. But there's always some bootleggers in the parking lot. Some of the shirts are actually pretty good. Some of them are scalped, and some of them are just really good, faithful representations. So you buy them for like $5-10, and you've got a Sabbath shirt, and you don't have to pay $50. Shit.
And then you got the underground shit, which I'd gladly fucking fork the $20 on, just because I want to see these people produce more shit.
I'd love to buy a Coven T-shirt. I know they exist. I just haven't. I would love to.
I gotta murder my ex-girlfriend because she's still got my fucking Ye Goat Herd God shirt.
I've got a Sore Throat ENT Extreme Noise Terror shirt over there. I need more fucking band shirts, actually. I'm gonna have to look into that.
I'm gonna have to get them eventually, but first I gotta get a car. Or you could do what my friends did.
Or my friends.
Oh, fuck. There was Jeff. Oh, God. Ever faithful Jeff pulling out his butterfly knife and said, Mom, no, it's mine. Okay.
Goddamn, that's heavy. I think this Jeff guy in us would have gotten along.
Yes, he would have gotten along with you. He might have actually held people at knife point to force them to socialize with you, just like he did for me.
Yeah, but then they'd be like, Jeff, I don't want people to socialize with me. Well, you're fucking. And then he'd probably hold me at knife point. You're fucking socializing with them.
And I still have to feed you enough acid so that you can see I will cure your blindness with LSD.
That's actually something Puke used to do, because he knew he knew I was actually kind of talkative, and he knew I liked hanging out with the right people. So he used to bring people over. And he's like, but Johnny, I don't want to socialize. You're talking to them. I'm going to mutilate you. All right, fine. And then we actually became great friends. Oh, thanks for threatening to end my life.
Yeah, that's great. Meanwhile, me and Jeff used to steal off each other all the time. This is what we call a chaotic evil society.
It is glorious. That was the gayest thing I think I've ever heard.
That was pretty damn gay. Why not just... Fuck.
Oh fuck! I mean, I have a backup. I also have a lot of motorsport T-shirts as well, because everyone knows I like racing as well. But they never said anything about my band T-shirts. It was always like, bleh. But they never said I couldn't wear them or some shit.
I mean, dear God, you got way too overprotective parents these days if this is actually a problem.
Generation Wuss. Hashtag Generation Wuss.
God. You know what I did? I set people on fire. Actually, no. No, I didn't set people on fire. It was Jeff who set me on fire.
Come out to LA. We'll have fun together. We'll set some people on fire.
Good.
I think that I love that his voice just goes up.
Oh God. It's like getting lectured to by Weird Al about stuff that's not relevant, and he's not even doing what Weird Al would do, which would be to really give you really fucked up advice.
Well, maybe not today.
Fucking shit.
Hi. Yes,
Wow,
Morbid
one
Angel.
sentence.
Yes, Morbid Angel is who Jim is. By the way, the next song is Final Conflict. I was very surprised when I heard this on the video because I used to love this LP. I was like, wow, holy shit, they're actually playing something good.
Fuck, I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, so far we got 2 sentences of good advice after all this shit. It's just like, what? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I only made it through this part because of the song. I
Oh,
mean,
God.
really, it's the only reason I made it through this part of the video. I was so willing to turn off, but then, of course, they played something I like, so I had to stay and listen to it.
Your album's confiscated.
I'm not able to. Yes, I had to hide
This
it.
is whenever people would leave fucking roadkill in their parents' bedroom
Yes.
with a fucking knife sticking out of its skull saying, "You're next. Give me back my fucking CD."
Or why not just, I mean, there's places you can hide shit. I used to hide some CDs that they didn't like when I was a kid.
And I used to hide the porno mags I stole.
Yeah, so there you go. It was,
Lots of cubby holes, and you just got to know how to look through your house and think like an adult a little bit, saying, okay, they might check here, but they won't check here.
Yeah, but you won't do that because they're not. Ugh.
They're not thinking about actually just saying, fuck it all. I'm going to do what I want anyway. They're trying to fucking conform to society. And, oh, God.
Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey has low IQ. Copycat conformist. Siege.
Beautiful.
Dude, I was in therapy before I got into metal from about 6 to 17. Because I was an emo little fucker.
I was in a fucking mental institution, motherfucker. Day in, day out. Oh, God.
Yes, for a long time.
Mm-hmm. About 2 years.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. And then I was in a partial program after that, riding this short bus. For another 2.5 years. And then I finally got back into real school.
And you escaped from the mental hospital.
I has to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Oh, God. Beautiful days, beautiful days.
Yes.
I should have known. I was turning out to be a social deviant and shouldn't have even attempted to belong to society. But I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
Well, then you tried it as you were an adult as well, which you probably should have just realized that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I should have right from the get-go.
But it's okay because it makes for good stories.
Mm-hmm. Laugh at my tragedies.
Yep.
You know what's good?
What?
Whenever you steal your parents' booze.
Yep.
And you're hanging out with your friends. And they're dating this one chick and they're going to meet up with her at church. And she takes you while you're half drunk to this, to both of you, to this one church where it's got an ex-Nam veteran standing there at the pulpit saying how every single breath you take is a sentence sending you to hell, but you will only be saved in the righteous light of Jesus. Except you won't be, because it's still taking you to hell. This is hell. That's hell. Everything's hell. And you just listen to it, it's like, that's fucking awesome. Going to hell no matter
that's
what. No matter what these fuckers are doing, they're going to hell.
Yes, that's the guy I like.
Oh god, that
I
was
don't
a
even
great
like Christians.
sermon to be fucking half tank for.
See, that's a guy I like, and I don't even like Christians.
Oh god. And those were some good churches there. Whatever, they were all fucking hellfire, brimstone, no matter what you did.
Yeah, but now
especially whenever they were completely psychotic saying it. Oh god, that was beautiful, because it was just like, this is a criminally insane person.
I guess.
And then you urinate in the woods, and you're going to hell.
If we ever do a show, we're gonna have you do a criminally insane preacher.
Yeah.
But most churches nowadays don't even mention the word hell.
Pussies.
Yeah. Hey, my family knew I was raising a sociopath, or if they didn't, they know now.
Here's the beautiful thing.
Some of them actually watched the show.
I had a bad reputation around town because I was the one that was in the loony bin, and I was the one in the partial program. So I was the bad influence on the kids. You want to know who was the bad influence? Jeff, the one who the community thought was a good kid because his parents had good jobs and all this other stuff, and he never went to the loony bin and all this shit. He corrupted so much of the youth. And the only reason that the other kids knew me at all was because either Jeff, Bob, or John introduced me to the other kids.
See, I never had, because I was told in school to stop talking to certain kids because they were fearing I was influencing them. Jim Jones style.
Woohoo!
I wear that with pride. Thank you. Yes, it is flavor. I wear that with pride. The fact that, yes, they were afraid of me.
Oh, so that looks like a really good jerk-off motion where I paused it.
Oh, God. Keep going.
Oh, God. Creative.
See, you hear the music in the background. It's actually kind of half decent, and that's what kept me going. It's just us listening to music.
I'm just thinking, what are you talking about? Whenever they start calling you a satanic baby killer, you just fold your hands together and go, and they all of a sudden think you're speaking in some sort of demonic tongue, even though you're just mumbling. And like they fucking get all freaked out and they go to the corner, and leave you the fuck alone because they don't want you to fucking send their babies to hell.
I always thought that was funny, considering you've never been a Satanist.
Mm-hmm.
And considering the one person who can rightly be called that has never been called the satanic baby killer.
Yeah, that's sad.
I don't have very good enemies.
Yeah, I had some great ones.
Yeah, fuck you.
What parent's gonna let a kid have a safe?
I don't know.
And how much money do you have that's expendable to actually buy a decent safe?
This kid's... Look at the kid's microphone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm using a moderately priced headset mic, and I think it sounds pretty damn good.
This is the cheapest headset I could get at fucking Best Buy.
I think it sounds better than your old one.
Yeah. Even though I don't like the way it doesn't drown out the sound of the outside and everyone can hear what the fuck I'm listening to. The old headset, you'd have to be pretty close to hear what the fuck was going on in it. Now it just blares all outside.
This one doesn't drown out the outside. You can hear what I'm listening to as well. I've walked into my room because I was, if you and Eric were talking, I walked into my room and the first thing I hear is your voice.
Yay, my voice.
That's not a good thing to hear, by the way.
Yes, I know you've said many a times. This is the last voice you hear before you die.
Well, yeah, that Alex said when he watched your confession video, he's like, "This is the voice you hear when you're being tortured to death."
Good. That's all I have to say. That's beautiful.
Oh, you don't want to do that with
No.
me, buddy, because I don't have any conscience. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can keep the metal albums at my house. Yeah, yeah, sure. For
Oh,
the rest
God.
of your life.
Oh, God. You have too much faith in humanity, kid. Too much faith in humanity to offer that as advice. Do you know how many albums I've had stolen off of me from supposed friends? And I didn't even leave it at their house. I didn't let them borrow it. They stole it from my house. Yes,
Yeah,
I was too drunk to notice them doing it. Half the time passed out, but fucking shit, I had the fucking original cut of the original CD cut of fucking Metallica Kill 'Em All that had the 2 bonus tracks on it that at the time, you couldn't find anywhere because, they cut those 2 tracks off it because copyright shit and bloody, bloody,
well,
blah.
yeah, because they were covers.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Blitzkrieg and the
Am I
full
evil?
cut of Am I Evil, which,
Yeah,
dear
they were on.
God.
Yeah, they were on an EP in '84.
Yeah, and this was like the first cut of the CD that came out, and oh God. And someone
Yeah,
bitch stole it from me. And I remember sending crack horse to beat the shit out of her because she pawned it.
yeah. That's probably shit. That's probably worth a good chunk of change today.
Yeah, I could have probably fucking saved myself from homelessness at least once with it.
Yeah. Of course, now you can just get it on the Garage Inc. CD. But well, I've had my whole collection stolen. But if you're like, my mommy won't let me have my music, can I keep it at your house? It's like,
Oh, that does remind me. I fucking did leave my, whenever, tapes were still a thing, I left my entire tape collection at a friend's house, and someone came and fucking stole the whole damn thing. This is whenever I was at fucking college, and I didn't want it in my dorm room because I was afraid someone would steal it there. Well, guess what? I left it at my friend's house, and someone stole it there.
I miss my tape collection. I used to get demos of like '90s bands, '80s '90s bands, but for cheap because I don't know, nobody wanted them. I got the Behemoth and the Pagan Vastlands demo for $5. I got Hellhammer's Satanic Rites demo for $10. I mean, I don't. They're probably bootlegs, but they were really good quality bootlegs, and I got them for cheap. Now they're gone.
Yeah. Ah, you fucker. So you have that much faith in humanity.
But also, like I said, I think I just do it to teach you a lesson.
I'm
I mean,
just sitting here marveling at this. You're a metalhead and you have faith in humanity?
well, a lot of metalheads are actually very positive, freaking happy people.
Oh,
That's why they must die.
you're comparing. What?
You're comparing your mom won't let you have this CD, so you're gonna let it put it at my house. Keep in mind where I could easily steal it or sell it or something with the Underground Railroad.
Slavery.
Yes.
You're doing that.
Yeah.
That fucking dark, bleak page in our American past and the worldwide past, and hell, it's still even going on in some places.
Well, yeah.
Fuck.
That's the youth of America. I've counted 3 cigarettes so far.
I'm somewhere around 15.
No, I mean in this hangout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh God.
I'm a fucking chimney, and we're not even 4 minutes into this video. We're not even at the halfway point yet, and he's fucking making me need these. Why?
I bet your home is like. I only
But still, your
smoke
parents
detector.
your parents disapproving of your music collection is the same as slavery. Oh, God. The cognitive dissonance, the fucking distance between yourself and reality it takes to make that statement. What? Oh, my God.
I think we broke him.
And if you dig hard enough, you can find the really good albums.
Well, Peaceful and Relapse are very good, and if the really, dude, every label has an online store. Earache, Metal Blade, Century Media, even though fucking Hell's Headbangers and fucking labels I can't pronounce. Even Nazi record labels have decent online stores. No
And you got
Colors.
fucking Bandcamp, which fucking
Dude,
has libraries. There's other fucking places that
yeah.
give you different libraries from various artists. And
How's this for a good Nazi label? No Colors Records.
that sounds pitiful.
Yeah, but they have a fucking great roster.
That still sounds pitiful.
Yeah, but once again, great roster. Elegy, guys who do Wolf Flare Radio, I believe they have a good store. Actually, I think No Colors is about something else, not race, but it's still funny that it's called No Colors Records.
God, so you're just discovering online, and you were born in an age that doesn't know what it's like to not have an internet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, shit, I know what it's like to have. I didn't use the internet until I was 12, and then I didn't have it. I didn't have the internet constantly because my Brillo kept fucking up until I was like 16, 17. So yeah, I know what it's like to not have the internet.
Oh, God. Still.
Dark times.
Oh, man, I know what it's like to not have an internet.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm kind of glad I'm born in the era I am, with all its faults, is because it's easy for someone like me to find records. However, I would like to see the Wild West days.
Oh, the Wild West days were great.
You can probably still find it if you look hard enough on the fucking,
Yeah, you just can't use search engines. You got to know people that know the fucking websites because these sites have been banned.
Yeah, and I don't know any, sadly.
You won't find them on fucking web searches, even if you go 300 pages deep. That's if, assuming you can get to a search engine that actually goes through 300 pages these days, because most cut off after like 20.
Yep. But one day we will have fun. But yeah, so
What was that?
no, I was gonna say, so yeah, so if all you know is Peaceful and Relapse, you've never actually done the internet, because every fucking label has, maybe not like your friend's great label that runs off like 100 vinyl copies of a record.
Yeah, whatever.
I've never. No,
Have you ever heard of? Oh, I don't know. Walking into a store, any physical store these days.
Wait! I have to back you up. I have to, because he said we missed it. He said that it's hard to find stores. If it's hard to find stores, this is what you can do if it's hard to find stores.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
We'll re-listen to that. But this is the point. I mean, going to any store, Costco, fucking Walmart, you can buy a fucking burn it fucking gift card, which acts as a fucking MasterCard, and you can put more money on it as you get it, and you only have to go to Walmart to get it, and you only need to have a phone number which you could call while your parents aren't at home. Why the fuck am I even thinking of how to do this behind parents' backs?
Or your cell phone number.
Yeah, considering
number.
Especially considering you're fucking thinking of fucking people that got money, so you're obviously gonna have a fucking cell phone. Oh wait, you know what? On my fucking smartphone, I have an app that lets me download music straight from different places. I could get fucking Google apps for that on my fucking smartphone just to download music on my fucking. I got fucking Bandcamp on my fucking cell phone, and I have it charging my fucking cell phone bill.
And I have torrents. Well, and slash where I could just buy the
Oh
record,
yeah. Well, yeah, well, you're talking about just fucking illegally downloading, which he's not going to.
Well, fuck you. I
No,
downloaded.
I'm not judging you
No,
for
no,
it. I'm just saying
I'm not
he's
saying.
not gonna think of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're judging me. I'm just literally saying fuck you for no reason.
Okay, that
Yeah,
works.
but I mean, I of course, or you can go on to Amazon or eBay. I mean, Amazon and eBay have a lot of things.
And you can get that fucking temp credit card that I was talking about straight from fucking Walmart, and it'll work just as good.
Or you can mail cash if you really want to.
Where the fucking mailman can open the envelope and take the cash.
or
Such
you
faith in humanity.
or you can play which I hate, but you can play the sympathy card. I'd really like to hear this new record, but I don't have any money. I mean, you could I've read the labels. I wrote to a label once, not sympathy card, but literally because I really wanted to hear my friend's new album, but he didn't have any copies and it wasn't sold anywhere, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the labels sold out. And I said, I'd really like to hear it because he's my friend's band. And I really like it, but you never gave him any, or he he sold out of all the copies really fast, and you don't have any. He's like, say no more. I've got 3 records coming your way, and I got 3 CDs, and I sold the 2 and kept 1. I mean,
Cool.
metal labels can actually be really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. God.
I remember my friend ran a mail order, and it was the slowest fucking mail order in the world, but you always got something extra with it.
Oh,
He
God.
would, he would run like a CD thing, and it would take us like 6 months to order. Once you ordered, you also got a bunch of demo tapes from different bands he liked and wanted you to hear. So you'd order 1 CD and get 5 tapes for free because he was so dedicated to the music.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. He of course he had to stop because he wasn't making any money, but still.
Oh, God. I just fucking sit here and think of all the time, and I'm still trying to rebuild the shit I got once again now that my ex-girlfriend's got all that other shit that. And she probably pawned it for drugs because I had to travel light in order to move here. Oh, God.
Fantastic.
So once again, rebuilding one more time. It's not like I haven't done it a million times before.
Yeah.
So enjoy your efforts, kids, because it's all going to be in vain eventually.
Oh, this is the part where I almost had to stop listening. Right here. This
Being told it's just a
no,
phase.
coming up about 30, 40, 50 seconds.
30, 40, 50 seconds after this, you quit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But I'll just sit here and think it's just a phase.
No,
Yeah,
I
every parent
understand,
says
but yeah.
everything's just a phase until you turn 40 and you're still dressing the same way, still listening to the same music, and your fucking mother, who has seen you for the past 25 years,
Yeah.
not murdering anyone, still says, listening to that shit, Mom, 25 years have passed. I have not killed anyone. Oh,
My teachers
quit
used to say,
smoking. Just quit smoking pot, and it'll be cool. You'll understand these things. Your son has not murdered anyone because he does not wish to go to jail. No one has been worth the jail time yet.
maybe
There,
Anarcha.
maybe Anarcha, yes.
My teachers at 4 years old said that he really likes racing. He talks about racing, but it's just a phase.
Oh, God.
or, oh, he likes that. heavy music like Metallica, because remember I was 7 or 8, but that's just gonna be a phase.
Mm-hmm. Every parent fucking says that, and you know what? And I know they said it about my mother too, and she still listens to that fucking strange rock and roll that she grew up with. Oh God.
Oh, you mean the black criminal music?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because that's what, well then no, that's what rock and roll was called back in the field. You can't play that. That's for black criminals.
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, I'm listening to Breaking the Law, Breaking the Law.
And I'm
Okay.
not because I can't. I've heard that song too much. I'm listening to something inside me. It's coming out.
Yay, it's coming out.
Hammer smash the face.
Yay, murder. No, the people saying this, God.
Just keep going. It gets hilarious.
The people saying this just, they want to pass off. These new things are weird and scary, so I'm gonna say it's just a
Yeah,
phase,
but
and they'll
metal.
grow out of it.
Wait, just keep going. He's gonna get really funny with his dates here. No, wait, keep going.
You go to a Napalm Death show in this current age, and you expect to see people in their teens? Who the fuck expects how fucking old fucking that was one of the bands when I was a fucking kid, and I'm fucking 40. Whenever I go to a Napalm Death show, I expect to see people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s there.
Yeah, Napalm Death formed about 5 years after you were born.
God.
Granted, in a different lineup, but still, that's fucking.
I mean, what the fuck did you? Napalm Death.
I mean,
No.
when I was at a
Maybe they're
Napalm
playing
Death show,
fucking. Maybe this fucking new band called Liturgy, or this new band called that Sunbather album, or whatever the fuck they are. You know, I'd expect to see Teeny Butlers there, but I'm not going there because that music sucks.
I did see a lot of people at 17, 18 at the Napalm Death show, but I also saw people in their 30s, 40s. Shit, the music that they were playing in the between bands was like old NWO BHM, like Satan and bands like that. That I I was convinced I was the only one in this world who'd ever heard of. But then when we started playing the Kiss of Death 7-inch, and I was like, I was telling my friends, I was like, oh wait, hang on a minute, looking in the shadows. I was like, oh fuck yeah, So it was, so yeah, you saw people from all over but I mean 17, 18, 20, 30s, yeah. But no, he's gonna get really interesting with his dates here. Probably a long time.
Yeah, much longer than you.
Yeah.
What the?
Longer than me, but at least I admit it.
God. I've been to fucking Slayer shows of people 20 years my senior.
Yeah.
They're fucking geriatric ward kind of people, and it's
No,
like,
it's gonna
this
get
is
even
fucking
better.
cool.
It's gonna get even better though.
Oh,
Just
God.
it's gonna get even better. I've actually seen shows from that tour, and I wish I was around then with Mick Harris on drums because that was a fucking awesome show tour.
Oh, lovely. I'm just.
No. Okay, this is where I had to stop listening. Wolverine Blues were released in 1994. Okay.
Yeah, that was my
Okay.
age.
Yeah. So you know what people in the 50s are gonna say? They're gonna say, I remember when Napalm Death had Rat on drums, before they ever recorded the first fucking album. You don't fucking remember. I remember seeing them in 1983 at the Mermaid in Birmingham. No, people in their 40s and 50s are the ones who saw Iron Maiden on the Killers tour in 81.
Yeah, and they fucking mentioned lineups to bands that like I had to actually look up and say, wow, they did have that lineup.
I have a you know Aaron Keller, the guy I keep mentioning, the guy from Fear of God. At 18, okay, he's 46. He's only what 8 years older than you, or I'm sorry, yeah, he's 48. He's 8 years older than you. In 1986, he went to America and went to Florida, and he saw a band named Morbid Angel. This is in '86 when he was 18, with Mike Browning on drums and vocals before David Vincent ever showed up. And you say that, oh, the people in the '50s thought Wolverine Blue. Actually, people in the '50s probably thought Wolverine Blues was utter shite.
Yeah, they probably was probably one of the albums they fucking got, said fuck this shit and sold it. Dear God.
Because I
I
mean,
mean, I love the album myself, but you know, I can see why people would fucking shit on it
I
because it's not actual death; it's death and roll.
here. Well, we're going to review it if we ever actually do Swine Brothers Swine Bros reviews. Here, I'll top you. I knew someone who was quite a bit older than us, but he was 9 and he saw Black Sabbath in the States in 1972.
Oh dear, fuck.
And he also likes, and he's into grindcore and shit. You know, he's what, like 60 or so? He's into grindcore and shit, but he saw Sabbath live in '72. He saw Metallica with Mustaine and McGovney.
Oh God.
Then, but according to him, he bought Wolverine Blues when it came out when he was 12 or what. God, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
No. What the fuck?
I mean, if you're going with an Entombed reference, well, if you see a guy from the '50s, he'll be like, Entombed? I know them as nihilists. They fucking sucked when they went to Entombed and recorded Left Hand Path. Okay, not really, but you know what I mean. They'll be like, I knew them before they were Entombed, you little weasel.
Yeah, exactly. You get crazy fucking stories from fucking people that are old, in their 50s and 60s. God, I remember talking to this one guy. He was saying, yeah, and the fucking SWAT team showed up to the show, and we had to make certain the girls got home on time, so we all pushed against the fucking riot shields so the girls could sneak out behind us, and we fucking spent the night in the fucking jail. You know,
Yeah,
nobody opened their mouths, so they had to let us go the next morning.
my friend Jay Thurston saw was he was going to see the Germs live in 1980, but his car broke down and he had to push it to the fucking venue, and he was too late. So yeah, basically, God, if I knew someone who said like in the '50s, like I bought Wolverine Blues the day it came out and really liked it. I was like, so when did you get into metal?
Yeah, really. Oh God.
Pathetic. That's why I stopped listening.
Someone in their 60s buys fucking. Oh God. Why?
I mean, I can see people buying Wolverine Blues the day it came out, which I was about to say really quickly. But like I said, either enjoying it for what it is or getting rid of it. And no, it does not sound like a phase. Whatever.
I'm just sitting here. That
Yeah.
blows my mind. Still, I'm trying to. Okay, wow.
Oh, one more story really quickly. Aaron Keller went into the rain, stood up in the rain in Switzerland to see Twisted Sister, which they were on the bill for whatever reason, Merciful Fate, and Metallica in 1984.
I'm just still in it for whatever reason. Like
Because the
what?
music.
Because the music's good? Uh, What?
I'm in it to
They're
get
still in it
chicks.
for whatever reason. No, what about good music? I mean,
They're,
that's
they're,
why I'm still in it because I like the music. You know, it's not a fucking weird reason like, oh, wow, you know, I just want to seem cool, like I'm hip with the damn. Fuck you. I like the fucking music.
uh-huh.
You
I,
lost every. What?
that,
Oh,
that's why I'm into
God.
it. The music speaks to me.
And right here is just why I'm so glad we're doing this hangout right now. Dear fuck, why?
Because he's retarded. I mean, literally, he sounds autistic. I don't really want to use that as an insult, but come on.
5:17. We're almost the halfway point.
Oh fuck, we're gonna die by the end of this.
Yes.
You're probably gonna burn your house down, dude.
Maybe. I don't know.
And yes, tell Barney Greenway to face. He'll probably laugh at you and punch you in the face.
Tell any of the fucking old heads that fucking started this shit. Yeah.
Tell Corpse Grinder he's just going through a phase.
Yeah, really. Fuck.
Tell Brocky when he was alive. Hey Dave, you're just going through a phase.
You're just going through a phase. You're dressing up in these costumes and killing people and fucking making kick-ass music, and it's all just a phase. Probably fucking smoke crack right in front of you and just say fuck off.
Tell Deicide's Glenn Benton it's a phase and see if he burns an inverted cross into your forehead.
You're acting like it's just the fans that exist. Did you even know anything about the bands you listen to?
Well, he didn't mention Barney Greenway, who was in Napalm Death, and yeah, he was in Benediction before he was in Napalm Death. He's been in D for 27 years now. Not the original singer, but he's been in there for a good chunk of change, a good chunk of time.
How many bands are doing farewell tours? Not because they're out of the music, but because they just got too damn old.
Yeah, but you know
what?
what?
You have poor Lemmy who fucking. Then you have poor Lemmy whose doctor said, you know what, you're drinking too much. So I'll switch from whiskey to vodka.
And cut down on cigarettes a little bit. And
Yeah.
you know what? Lemmy went down. I mean, he was still fucking rocking, and then all of a sudden he was dead. But yeah, Black Sabbath is doing a farewell tour because Ozzy doesn't want to tour anymore. Although I hear Tony might get with one of the other singers and fucking do some. But yeah, there are people doing farewell tours because they're getting too fucking old. Although Jinx is still kicking around.
God, I just fuck.
Yes, and I've alienated most of them.
Happy people into the music.
I mean, yeah. I mean. Oh, yeah. Am I happy in my own twisted way? Yeah, but God, I alienated so many of these people because they were like, "Wait, you're too dark for me, man."
God, there's a litmus test to be my friend. You have to be able to hack me at my fucking as me. You know, it's and fuck. Whenever you joke about necropedophilia, some necrobestiality on top of it, and you know, it only takes a certain type that could take it as long as it is. And, my family has adapted. My family has adapted after all these years. It's like, oh, that's just Jimmy. He's going on another rant. Someone pissed him off. Give him a few moments. He'll be fine after he gets done with this latest, splurge of death threats.
That's one thing I will say about Eric, though. He may be a pussy, but at least he can take that shit.
Yeah, really. Fuck. Oh, we're going after the pop artist now.
Why are you using Final Conflict? I think this music's far too good for the person talking over it.
Yeah, and fuck. You're not trying to compare pop music here, and you're going to go into there's old bands that people still listen to this day. Oh, God, I almost shudder to think what he's going to say. Is he going to say anything good?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, good.
Oh, here we go. Religion. Yeah.
Oh God, religion.
I mean, fuck it, I'm not gonna justify because yes, I'm satanic and whatever. Fuck you.
Weird
But
religious claims. Okay.
yeah,
Fuck.
here we go.
Let's just skip over the fact that there's a lot of these mega churches which support fucking this fucking Christian metalcore
He
shit.
does
That.
get into it a little bit, but yeah.
Oh God.
But that was fucking gay. This is evil.
And Black Sabbath in this day and age. This day and age. That's satanic and evil.
Well,
Where the fuck are you from to hear this? Are you just watching random things on the internet about the good old days? You know, even before I was into the scene.
and even back in the '70s, they weren't really satanic. They were called satanic, but there was this band called Coven. You know,
No, I'm just saying, you know, even are you look at the press coverage back before I was even in the scene and telling on that, not Black Sabbath,
yeah,
satanic in this day and age. This day and age, when
yeah.
how many ministers and preachers listen to that shit and they all recognize,
Maybe not Pat Robertson, but he's fucking senile.
yeah, but still, where the fuck are you getting this?
And by the way,
God.
someone calls me satanic, I'll be like, yeah, I just told you I was, you fucker.
Meanwhile, whenever they called me satanic, I was just like, and they got scared because of that fucking random
which is
nonsense.
which is still more genuine than any sort of LaVeyan.
Yes, fuck this shit.
And there are like three good ones.
Yeah.
There are like three good ones.
Let's see.
Mortification.
He's got that one on here. Which you have exhibited none of so far.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm
You have
sorry.
wanted to be. This is all coming from the angle that you want to be part of the herd. The whole way. This contradicts all these things about, you know, these are the problems you'll face. People making fun of your hair, your parents doing this shit. No, instead of giving advice where you carve your own fucking path, it has been conformist nonsense the whole way. And now you're saying individuality?
Yep.
You don't get what individuality is?
Yep.
God damn, motherfucker. Okay.
He finally said something like halfway decent.
Wow, something that makes almost sense.
Wow.
Well,
It only took
wow,
us how long?
scared. Oh God. So there's a sentence here and there, but most of it's just so laden with nonsense.
Yes. God damn.
Dear God, why?
Yeah.
You
Which
open-minded
apparently,
enough
yeah.
to listen to fucking NSBM, the
Yes.
shit that goes full bore into fucking the whole entire National Socialist perspective and say, good music, I differ with this point, this point, this point, this point. Fuck, I differ with everything they're saying. Fuck these people.
Dude, I showed you
But they
Nazi.
make good music.
I showed you Nazi Grindcore last night. Auschwitz Symphony Orchestra.
I didn't get to listen to it yet.
Very good band. Don't really agree with the lyrics, but I mean, their song titles are hilarious. But very good band.
But are you open enough to fucking actually listen and see where these
Here's-
people are coming from and then diffuse their points using their own logic against them. No, you're just going to say evil, I bet.
I'll tell you a story really quick before we keep going. I'm on this forum called Metal Tracker, which is some sort of Russian or something site, which is a torrent, and I had to ask some Austrian neo-Nazi girl for the CD for the Auschwitz Symphony Orchestra discography CD. And the first thing she's like, "Are you Antifa? Because if you're Antifa, you can fuck off." I was like, "No, I fucking hate it." Okay, you're cool. It was like, "Oh, okay, we bonded over that." Despite and we were talking about the music, despite the fact that we agree on nothing.
Yeah.
It was just.
Are you open-minded enough for that?
My name is Sammy Jackson.
Oh, God. Oh, glorious.
Yeah.
I'm trying to process everything he's going here because now he's starting to talk a little bit of sense here, and it's weird. How is he going to fuck it up? I got to see how he fucks it up.
I don't know. Now I want to listen to Chaos 88. Thanks.
More violence, Chaos 88. More beer. Oh, yeah.
See, I told my friend that Slayer is actually a satanic band, not because they believe in Satanism, but because most people aren't going to look into it and are going to be like, "Hey, they must be satanic. Maybe y'all look into some of this shit." As a joke, as a joke to piss off some of my Christian friends.
Okay. So everything's about all these different religious angles. Let's hear it. You're going to mention Catholicism, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, Creator's Pleasure to Kill came out 30 years ago yesterday.
What about the fuck?
Yeah, Tom Ray is Catholic. I still think that's funny though.
Yeah.
Yes, but what are you going to do if atheists ever come to power?
Okay. And another thing here. Fuck. You just went on saying this whole spiel about religion everywhere. Everything's got this different religious angle on it. And you could see all this shit in Catholicism, but they all create war.
Typical atheist.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
I already knew a lot of it was a scam.
Oh, God.
And music didn't help me get into Satanism. The music was cool. It was delving more into the lyrics and also reading some of the band's writings. And like, hey, maybe he's got something here.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, so you're looking for converts into, this anti-religious spiel. Going door to door. Have you heard the word from our Lord?
From our Lord Richard Dawkins.
What the fuck, guy? God! The amount of cognitive dissonance here is astounding.
Yep, it is great, isn't it?
Zero introspection, all projection. Fuck! Get your head out of the clouds.
I question you.
I question the existence of this.
I've questioned you how many times, Jim?
Oh, many. I've questioned you.
And I told you to go kill yourself.
As I've told you, I don't give a shit. My ability to cease caring amazes people up until they get used to it. Then they just say it's legendary.
Eh, it doesn't amaze me.
Yes. The apathy is strong. Fuck. What?
Can I just kill this guy, please?
He literally just said
I
convert
don't. I don't know.
after bashing religion. There's so much you don't
And you know,
convert to
he scripted this too. That's the funny thing. Is he scripted this and didn't see like, oh wait, maybe I'm
self-important asshole.
yes.
God.
I mean, sometimes I think we're giving him too much airtime until he starts talking, and then I'm like, no, have to debunk.
Mm-hmm. Fucking shit.
I don't
What?
care. Though I don't talk to those people. I mean, I'll talk to people who are non metalheads if they leave me alone about it or if they express an interest in it. But if you make fun of the metal or whatever, I'll make fun of whatever you listen to.
And I actually do that with a few friends I know. And the funny part is, it goes both ways, and we're still friends. And we just mock each other's taste in music. But other than that, there's other things going on. Fuck.
My ex used to like
This
pop.
is so early in the video. Be open minded. But this is so
My
narrow minded. Narrow. Like, I know neo Nazis who are more open minded.
yep, my ex used to like pop, and we used to.
Okay, they
About
wore neo Nazis. Okay, they're not anymore, and that's how open minded they were. They were willing to accept me, even though I differed with them on everything regarding politics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've look who I'm talking to on the metal tracker. Like I said, yes, she doesn't like Antifa because Antifa suck, but she knows I'm not a Nazi. But we, talk about music.
Oh God, just fuck. And you're worried about that.
Like I said, my ex used to make fun of because I used to make fun of her pop, and she used to make fun of metal, and we used to laugh about it because
And I used to hear, I hear people say, "Yeah, your bands go," and it's like,
no,
whatever.
actually, here's some bands you do.
Oh yeah, I've heard those bands too.
Yeah, and I like some of
And
them.
I like even the ones I like. I'll make fun of that vocal style because it's just like, and
Yeah,
I
well,
like the band. It's
well,
so narrow in
Jim
scope.
makes fun of me for liking slam. I make fun of him for liking baby metal, despite the fact that I actually liked 2 songs of baby metal.
Mm,
I'll still make fun of him for it.
Go ahead, I'll still make fun of you for that slam shit where it's just like, where the fuck's the music? All very is drums. I wanted to hear only drums. I'd listen to rap, and I hate rap.
That was one album. Shut up. Social. What the hell is that?
You go out and then they're playing pop music. This is whenever I'd
Yeah,
start laying off. Oh,
at
God.
a race, and I usually make snide comments about how I should DJ for this, or I put in my headphones, or I pay attention to the race, or some shit. I don't care.
You're putting. God.
I mean, okay, look. There was a point in time where I wanted to kill. It was during a caution flag in a stock car race, and they were
Did
playing.
he? Did he say at any point that he listened to anything but metal? I forget. Seriously, I
No,
do.
no, he didn't. But really quickly, so they were playing Linkin Park's "Numb." Okay, that is a song I truly hate. But I put in my headphones until it was time to go back racing because I didn't want to hear it. So I listened to some fucking. Actually, I did listen to metal. I listened to some of my power pop records. Because I
So
listen.
far, there's none of the apathy. Everything's please accept me and follow the herd kind of fucking bullshit.
I wonder if Mason knows this
And
guy.
and then to top it all off, I only listen to metal.
Yeah, exactly.
This just reeks poser. I mean, I know people that can only listen to metal, but they don't give a shit.
I mean, I mostly listen to metal, but like I said, there's a lot of shit that you
But
don't know about.
but the vast majority, fucking every metalhead I personally know,
Yep.
listens to shit that is not metal, and you're acting like this is the.
Yep.
And you have to, and a lot of it is like, well, I understand this is where this comes from, that's where that comes from, it's history, and oh god, what the fuck?
Yep.
God, you should read some of the dissertations I have on
I
fucking.
mean, shit. Coven's not metal.
Read some of the fucking dissertations I've read on fucking death metal underground, where they fucking compare where things came from different musical periods, like the different forms of classical music, and comparing it to modern artists and seeing a lineage from back here which has a certain tradition following these roots. You can find it and it leads to this black metal band, and you can hear each fucking thing, and they do this huge dissertation on it, and it goes through so much shit, and it's just mind-blowing. And like, you check it out, it's like, yeah, I could see where the influences came from to drive this forward in this direction. And like, you're just going to fucking totally ignore that and
Oh,
just think whatever.
yeah. I just sent you some through Robbie the Werewolf. That's not metal. That predates metal.
Oh god, fuck.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll check it out later. Fucking shit. You've never worked customer service a day in your life where you have to put up with the fucking overhead speakers constantly just to make a daily wage.
No. Does he look like he has?
Nah, his hands don't look like they've worked a day in his life.
I mean, I haven't because I know I can't. Because I know I have certain impulses that might be triggered. And I might be calling you from the Jim, hi. I'm in state prison. I've just killed 12 people.
Fuck your bail money. I'm out of here, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Wow.
Something smart.
God, especially since all the good metal stations got fucking bought out and turned into fucking pissantry.
And we never had good
God.
metal stations. Well, on satellite radio, but
We
we never
had
had.
one. We had one, and then it got bought out and turned into like fucking men's talk. Fuck this shit. I don't care about football.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've never gone to any of those things. Actually, would you like to know where I was the day of my senior prom? I was at a
Where?
racetrack because I it was like, oh, I can either go to my prom and have a horrible time, or I can go to the sports car race.
I went to my girlfriend's junior prom at the time.
That's sad.
It was actually pretty nice because it was the first time I got to bone her.
Yeah, true. But I've never been any. I've never went to a school dance or a prom or a club or anything because it's just not my scene.
And the funny part was that was the time where I put it in. She said it hurts too much, and I pulled it out. And then we didn't have sex again for months. And then whenever we did, we fucked like bunnies.
And that's still a pathetic story.
Yeah, but she didn't want it at that point in time because it hurt. So
No, it actually because she just thought you were too repellent.
that's possible too.
Good for you. I'll be sitting over there on the stage, and then I'll fucking slam you into the fucking ground and kill you.
Have you ever been in a mosh pit, my son? Oh God, because that's how I dance. I fucking. Oh God, fucking bloody lips, broken nose, and still going. It's fucking glorious. You should try it sometime. Oh God, you're gonna dance.
You're gonna dance.
Dance, little piggy, dance. Fight into the pit.
Testament?
Fuck. I don't see you washing at all. I don't see you surviving in a real pit. I see you crying, saying, "Why?"
Yeah, whereas I see
Rolls. It's
whereas
like,
I see
yeah,
like
you see these teeth that are missing? That's from a pit.
whereas I see like Jim, you broke one of my legs. Could you just break the other and make it even?
Sure. Oh, fuck. I'm reminded of a time whenever we were fucking walking around. Me and this one guy I was used to be friends with. We were walking around town, teenagers, and we were fucking stoned, and we just decided to start moshing in the middle of the street. No music playing, just fucking did it.
I, oh god, video needs to exist of that.
Oh God.
That would be fucking funny. Just
What the hell?
to...
Oh God. And then there was a time that like me and my one buddy, still friends with him. He fucking we went out and we went to the dollar store and we bought 2 plastic shields, a plastic meat cleaver, and a plastic fucking sword, and we started fucking having a duel in the mall parking lot, fucking, and we were going all no holds barred, fucking actually hurting each other, not giving a shit, and it was fucking glorious. And then we had to run from the mall cops.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah, that's the power of drugs and metal, kid. Can you say the same?
Yeah, you've had that experience. I've never dated someone until now, but that's long distance. I've only dated pop.
I've dated people that were into metal. I've dated people that were into other music.
I've never. So fuck you.
So it really doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it does
Though
because
my last ex-girlfriend, she learned real quick. You do not fucking play country music around me.
well, see,
You
look,
can listen to it in your own car. I'm not gonna break your albums, but do not have
I'm
that shit
fine
on
with
while I'm present.
I'm fine with people being into different music, but you know how much I listen to music. I mean, we listened to music for 4 hours, 5, 6 hours on this thing. Then we stopped, and I went back to listening to music on my own thing. So it would be nice if someone. Although I have now, but it's long distance. But still, I've never, Judy was into fucking rap.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sad.
Do you want to wipe out humanity?
Are you into the same goals I am?
That's why. That's
Do
why.
you play Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, or any pen and paper RPG? That's what I see as, a shared interest.
That's why.
And I think that's where he's going with this. Not shared goals, shared interest.
Yeah. That's
I am very interested in metal. I am a metalhead. Do you like metal? No. Do you like fucking Pathfinder and fucking Dungeons and Dragons? Yes, okay. We can talk about this then.
That's
So I'm
why
not going to bore you with what my metal then.
That's why me and Charnel got along because she had some sociopathic tastes. For example, she'd always wanted to try human meat, and she vaguely wanted to butcher me.
And there's also fucking, other things that make up a human being. And you're making it sound like it's a goal. It is my goal to be a
Yes,
metalhead.
Bad choice.
Wait, it's my goal to be a metalhead because I'm not there yet.
Yeah, bad choice of words.
Yeah. It's my goal to be a metalhead. I'm not there yet. And you apparently
Don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for all his fans to give pussy comments.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll fucking actually put up a good point. I don't know. Who gives a shit at this point?
I don't.
Oh, God.
I've never crowd surfed, actually.
I have.
They never.
It's fun. But I
They
was
never.
skinnier back then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think they thought I was a danger to everyone. By the way, talk about it. Exhumed actually had a chainsaw on stage as a musical instrument.
Fuck. And you're saying, she has to be into all this fucking crazy shit. Yeah, I talk to chicks that are into gore.
I
Or
mean,
other
yes,
sis, like the fucking Danamont. Like, she's fucking into this real crazy fucking post-apocalyptic video game.
yeah. She don't.
Well, it's not, the video game itself isn't crazy, but where she takes it with her fan
Yeah.
fiction, that's fucking nuts.
Yes, don't tell her I said this, but she's actually pretty fucking awesome. But don't tell her that. If she asks, tell her I said she was scum of the earth.
Okay, I will.
Because she doesn't deserve my appreciation. No, I've never dated a girl who's into metal until now, so it's a cool new experience. But
I mean, she could take my fucking, chainsawing people in half and fucking feeding them their own entrails and
she
shit like
takes my
that.
bullshit. I thought that she was gonna be like offended and leave all the time, and she turned the tables over on me.
And the funny thing is, she's not into the death metal,
Yeah.
that I am. She's not that hardcore of metal, and she keeps feeding me all these links to pop songs and shit. And some of the shit she listens to is actually fucked
Was
up
she
enough
the
to
one who
strike.
sent you the Carnifex?
Yeah,
That was awful.
I thought it was fucking interesting.
I didn't because I grew up in that scene. So I remember.
Okay.
I actually remember Carnifex when they first started out. I was like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember this band. They fucking yeah.
Oh, God.
Depends on what kind. Like old style, I can take. Like the fucking really old outlaw shit.
Well,
I
we
can
could
take.
do what my ex-girlfriend did and just not play it while I'm in the car with her.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can take like the old outlaw shit, but
Yeah, fucking shit.
no. If someone plays Death's Story to Tell from the Sound of Perseverance out by my wedding, there will be a bloodbath because I can't fucking stand that late death because it's awful prog crap with the
Yeah,
worst vocals I think I've ever heard.
I think that's after I stopped listening.
Yes, and I've barely got into spiritual healing. It's actually decent. I thought it was crap when I first heard it. It's actually decent, but
Yeah.
I still think Scream Bloody Gore is my favorite. So fuck you.
That's good shit. Oh, fuck.
See,
My
I like
daughter,
this. I like the
my da-
fact that wait, I like the fact that the only country you can name is pop country, not playing some fucking Dead Eye Willie fucking I killed 7 people, that shit.
also, what my daughter was exposed to while she was still in the womb? Morbid Angel live.
Yay!
She was
Oh,
also exposed to Pantera and fucking Ozzy.
Pantera, that's cruel and unusual punishment right there.
It was better than some of the shit she could have been exposed to in the womb. She could
True.
have still been, my ex-wife could have still been listening to Savage Garden at that point.
True, but then he got into Bound for Glory.
Mm.
How?
Yeah, black chick listening to fucking National Socialist music? Wow, that must be a mind-blowing concept to a guy like this.
Yes. God, your voice is just pissing me off.
Also, you're making it sound like the music shapes the person. You're
The
using
person finds the music that they can identify with.
yeah, and you're saying that this is gonna guide, even though fucking I hate fucking country and it fucking disgusts me. And most of the people I know that are into the fucking pop country bullshit are brain dead morons I'd rather not associate with. I don't see them having all these psychotic problems that you're claiming.
He's an
They're just
idiot.
fucking pissants.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep projecting more on people.
Yes, I did wait a while, and now I'm quite happy. Yes, like I said, they're from Europe, and I'm from America, but whatever. We're gonna meet, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. Then we're gonna have little
And
kids.
even my ex-girlfriend, who was into country and shit like that, she was also into metal. And so was the girlfriend before that. And there was this 40-year-old I dated that was into metal. And there was a lot of people I've dated over my
Yes,
lifetime that have been into metal,
I've just been
especially when I was in
unlucky. Yes,
fucking high school and shit. 'Cause that was the crowd I fucking ran with.
yeah. Like I said, I've just been unlucky as shit. But
Fucking,
fuck it.
that one girl I took to the prom. Guess what? She laid the meat shits on me.
Yay, whereas I had to figure out everything myself. You know, I'm not jealous of you or anything, but I do hope you die a horrible and painful death.
Obviously. Or
Actually,
things are going to disintegrate like a lot of relationships do.
actually, we send each other death threats as hello presents, as you know, good morning.
God.
But you know, that's good.
And Anna threatens to kill me on at least every other day if she doesn't feel in the mood sometimes.
She's threatened to kill me before.
Yes. And this is what we call love and friendship.
Yes.
School, an institution of pain. Have you had a baseball bat taken to your
Someone,
head in front of your high school principal and he not do anything because he's waiting for you to lift a finger to defend yourself?
someone's going emo
An institution of pain.
or teen angst.
You don't know what pain is, motherfucker. You have no concept of pain. My girlfriend dumped me. It's so painful. You
No,
destroyed
no, no, better. The teachers think I'm weird.
All these people are making judgments about my hair and t-shirts, and I just went over to get along in a big hippie love fest. It's so painful. Whenever you're lying there on the ground, bleeding, picking up your own teeth, then come talk to me about pain. Please. And keep in mind, this was all A-OK by the principal. They were allowed to beat me up that bad. Because I was the fucking threat to the school, even though I wasn't lifting a finger to defend myself because I wanted to go to fucking college, you fucking cretin! God! Oh, man, if I wasn't so dumb back then, I would have fucking dropped out, got my GED, and gone to college then. No, I had to be dumb and take all the fucking abuse and punishment. And fucking, oh God. You don't know what pain is. You have no concept. It eludes you. It is alien. It is like if Cthulhu was real and he walked up in front of you and your brain just went leaking out your brain because you didn't even try attacking you or doing anything evil with you. Just the sight of something non-Euclidean and fucking beyond comprehension just hit you and you just go, ah!
And then you end up a fucking dribbling vegetable. And Cthulhu just wanted a cigarette.
Exactly. Just that's the level of lack of concept you have.
Yep.
Oh God. You're going to sign up to school band practice hoping to play metal.
Actually, Jack Grisham from TSOL used to break into high schools and steal band instruments to form his band. And for some reason, he stole a triangle. He didn't know what he's doing with the triangle, but he stole it anyway. And he used to steal drums and shit.
Well,
And they
that's
used to,
stealing. I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying
no, I know. I just thought it was an interesting little
I
aside.
know there was this guy I went to college with. He was the guy that used to buy me booze before I turned 21 whenever I was
Yay.
in college. And he was the straight edger. And he would fucking be our designated driver and he'd point and laugh at us.
Yes.
But he was in fucking band in high school. He was in band in fucking college. But he played metal on the side. He did not go into band, marching band, mind you, to play metal there. He went there so that he could pick up more classical technique that he could add to his guitar style, build off it, and make some pretty mean fucking NBA MHO fucking sounding riffs. New wave of British heavy metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because this thing's got me so twisted, I can't fucking think. New wave of British heavy metal. That was the style he went for, and that's why he went to band so he could have more of that fucking classical sound
Now,
into
I do know people who've been to jazz band and said that their creativity is pretty much stifled because, like, oh, we're going to learn this song. It's like, well, why don't we do some freeform? No freeform.
Oh God, what the fuck?
Wait. Keep going because this is going to piss you off. Okay, no, I wanted you because you were talking about playing classical music for the guitars, and he was basically saying, well, just have the drummer play jazz and you have the big boys play the guitars, not realizing that a lot of metal is influenced by classical music.
Yeah,
The
and
first part of Killing Is My the intro to Killing Is My Business, I believe it's a Bach score or something. It's a classical music score. It's on piano, and then Mustaine does his guitar thing. It's all influenced by, but we'll just have the drummer play jazz beats like Megadeth and have the horn section play the Nile and have the big boys do guitar. It's like, no, the guitar, it that can be classical influence too.
yeah,
Idiot.
there's so much. Um, and also, yes, I always ran into the problem where I could never find a fucking drummer for any of my projects. But guess
Yes.
what? We still tried to do shit. There was one time where I was able to find a drummer, and I was just to fill in for a couple practice sessions before they said, you know what, you just don't jive with us because, whatever. It's like, yeah, I know.
I
I was
still
only
want you to find
mediocre at
out.
skill.
I still want you to find out the band you briefly played in.
Mm. I still bump into the guy every now and then, and I don't know what the fuck he's involved with anymore. I gotta fucking hit up more shows, see if I can bump into him again, and I keep forgetting the names. Fuck.
Yes.
Because I
You owe it to
did.
Swine Brothers.
Yes, and I did too many drugs as a kid.
True, I can't get one person to play, so I have to do it on the internet, and I can't find a drummer either.
Yay.
No, seriously, I get like a shitload of bassists and guitarists, but no drummer.
Dear God. And I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, I remember fucking sitting there in my buddy's room with Bob and the other guy, and we're sitting there, we're jamming out, trying to play, and oh God, we ripped off so many riffs. But we were also so stoned out of our mind, and like we kept trying to do all this weird shit. Oh man.
And it was probably horrible, but you loved it.
We ripped off Electric Funeral. We ripped and tried to make our own song with some of those riffs. We ripped off. Oh man, I can't even name all. And we only did 4 songs, but I think we ripped off half a dozen bands just because we lacked the imagination to actually write our own music.
Yep, I've been there. I've been there before.
It's beautiful.
Yes. First of all, anyone who says tasty when it comes to music,
Tasty. What?
tasty. This riff is tasty.
Oh God.
These people are not your friends.
No. 45 seconds left on the clock. Oh man. With all this fucking can't we all just get along bullshit now, this end cap has just contradicted all the fucking can't we all just get along bullshit that
Yeah, it's a complete clusterfuck.
there's no introspection here. Just say, look, fucking reject fucking societal precepts. Reject this shit. Find your own path and fucking don't give a fuck. Let the apathy flow. And when you do, you will not only meet interesting people, but you will also learn more about yourself if you do the right amount of introspection and you fucking let the apathy flow and you actually learn what actually matters in life, what you should actually fucking care about, because everything this guy's been uttering on about, no.
Yeah, it's complete horseshit.
Oh man,
Utter train wreck. It's just I don't even have words.
you make
for
a good
it.
point here, a good point there, but this is after how much other random bullshit we're. Oh God, why?
I don't know. I found this randomly because a friend posted it, and I thought it was funny, just the description of it. So I had to watch it, and I sent this to you, thinking, I want to know, I want to get your opinion on this. And
Now you're getting it.
yes,
You got my opinion, and I had to stop after 1 minute because I couldn't take it before work.
I made it 5,
Mm.
and I didn't have to go to work. I just wanted my sanity to. But unfortunately, I've heard the whole thing twice now.
Yes, fucking shit. Oh.
So in conclusion, Killbot&GorGorAttack is a shit YouTuber.
At least this video. Man,
You have anything
I
else?
have no faith in the rest
Yeah.
of it. Don't get me wrong. But dear God.
Yeah, that is just complete
Let's
bullshit.
just finish this up. Doing this line of coke will be one of the best things you ever do. Smoking this crack rock could be one of the best things you ever do.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's just unbelievable.
You're trying to market it. Marketing. Look,
Oh,
you either figure out that the music is for you and exactly how much deeper you want to go into it. And fucking shit. I've heard people fucking call wuss rock metal. And it's like, no, this is metal. It's like, oh no, that's too heavy for me. I don't even understand. Blah 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 blah. No, you're not a metalhead. Then in my book, go away.
yes. Yes. That is completely my opinion. Yes, you're not a yeah. I know people like that. Like, could you just give me some generic metal? It's like, what? I used to have that problem with punk. Could you just give me some generic punk? Or like,
Look, what you do is you go to type in hair metal, and
no,
that is where you get your generic shit.
or metalcore.
Oh God.
Metalcore.
Because I see quality.
Yes, I see
And I'm
quality.
going to market this to everyone because it's the cure for AIDS. Metal.
Metal cures AIDS. You learn something new every day, folks.
To God. Aren't these obstacles actually problems? Are they even existent?
Just finish the video so you can put it out of our misery.
Okay.
God, his voice is retarded.
Oh,
I'm just gonna,
God.
I just gotta say that again. His voice is unlike, oh God, he's so out of, he does, oh fuck. Where's beer?
I got beer. I'm going to be drinking it. I am going to forget this ever happened. I am going to cease caring and move on with my life.
And I think we should all do that. So is that all you have to say about this, or?
I think I've ranted
Yes.
more about this than I have on a lot of the random bullshit we have come
Yes.
across.
I will say the next Swine Brothers. When's the next Swine Brothers going to be, Jim?
Monday or tomorrow. I don't
Tomorrow.
know.
Let's do tomorrow
Okay. If my shattered brain can handle anything.
at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
And even if not, I'll still be there, but I just torture myself even further.
We can just
So
have a fun.
we're
I can
going
find
to.
you. I can find you some fun articles and shit. We can,
Oh God.
Yes. I suppose we should end the broadcast. Just put us out of
Look,
our
come up.
misery.
You want some real advice here, kids? If you
What?
face any of these obstacles, just tell people fuck off.
Yes. Two
And
magic
if
words.
they fucking keep pressing issues, tell them fuck off. It's just that simple. And if your parents steal your albums, take a giant shit on their fucking pillows. Then leave some roadkill on their fucking bed. Fucking start doing some evil shit to them. Say, give it back.
Yes.
You don't have to take this bullshit. You don't have to fucking get trampled on this bad.
Yes. Exactly. they choose to because they're weak.
God, realize that true strength comes from within, not because you fucking ascribe to some sort of herd mentality, which obviously this is trying to breed. Because fucking whatever, just fucking do your own goddamn thing. And yes, you'll get in trouble, especially if you do things that are illegal. You might even get, in front of a judge. You might even serve some time in juvie or jail, depending upon your age and severity of the crime. And just realize, fuck it.
Yep.
You did the crime, you're going to do the time. And you still stick up for yourself.
Yep.
Fuck.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Man, grow a pair. Find your own path in life. Carve out your own place to exist. Don't sit there and demand others to fucking accept you.
Exactly.
And also, on the whole entire metalhead girlfriend thing, guess what? Don't fucking sit there and treat her like an idol to be worshipped simply because, dear God, it's a chick in the metal. They're a
Send her
dime
death
a dozen. They're a dime a dozen. Find someone that actually clicks with you. And they don't even have to be in the same music that you're into. As long as they realize, hey, playing this music pisses you off, you can go ahead and listen to it on your own time. Just don't play it around me, and I'll fucking keep my music on the time we're apart, because you don't have to spend every waking moment together. Because guess what? You're allowed to have separate interests and separate friends, and what the hell unites you is the common interests and the things you build off of, and that your differences actually coalesce into a much deeper and more meaningful relationship than the fucking mind dead everything. Oh God, and you're going to get trampled. You're going to get stuck in a situation where there's a fucking kid involved, and you have to sit there and contemplate. Leaving is going to mean I have to give up the kid, and she's gonna do whatever the fuck, and you're gonna be all fuck. No, don't get into that situation. Use your brain a little bit. Yes, being in love is great and all, but you gotta realize that there are some real savage bitches out there. Don't fall for the same shit I did, kids.
And not in the good way of being savage. See, I got lucky in that I found a girls who are not only into metal, but are also sociopathic. I mean, they've talked about how badly they want you to meet you, Jim, so they can flay every inch of your body.
This is glorious.
Yes.
And there's just, oh my God. And along with fucking socializing people, just the fact they like metal doesn't mean you're going to like them. Fuck,
exactly.
there are
Look
great
black metal. Perfect example, Black Metal Rebellion guy. He likes metal. He likes black metal, and we got along until he started talking about things that weren't metal, and then metal elitism. And now he's unfriending me and won't talk to me, and won't come on this show.
Yeah, I know. It's like fucking shit. Oh.
So the best
You're
advice
not going to get along with everyone, and sometimes you'll be great friends with people whom you don't agree with on anything aside from one or two different things. You like metal, and we like the same video games, and we like talking about sociopathic shit, but you're a fucking neo-Nazi, and I don't stand for any of that fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
and I'm going to debate you at every fucking corner, but I'm going to take the time to treat you like a fucking human being because we're friends and we got each other's backs. I just disagree at your fucking politics.
Look at, me and, let's say, Bonnie, the ultra-Christian girl. How do we get along? Because we're just nice to each other and we talk about random shit. Look at me and Chavez. Look at fucking me and Scott. I rag on him all the time for being an idiot.
Yeah, and so do I. And there's points where he's like saying, you know what? fuck you guys, because I was on this path and I wasn't agreeing with what was posted. It's like, oh, well, then I'm the idiot then, because I fucking did this.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna make.
Have a laugh at my expense, because
Yeah,
I'm not infallible.
yeah, exactly. And yet, I still like the guy. He's a moron, but I like him.
Oh, God.
Look at Chaz. Chaz likes glam metal,
This is just.
but yet we get along somehow because we both. I mean, I'll be honest. Monday's episode was such a fun episode.
Oh, yeah.
The dynamic between the four of us was amazing.
And fucking shit, you heard how much Danamund fucking ripped on every essence of my being, and I fucking love her dearly, and we get along so well, but this is how people intertwine, and
Yeah,
God.
I was thinking, God, I really want to move to Pennsylvania now.
Yes, it would be an interesting time.
Yes, it was. Oh, fuck.
And this is the last cigarette of an entire pack.
Oh my God, his lungs haven't exploded yet. I mean,
Oh,
look
fuck.
at.
For one video, an entire fucking pack that I bought just so I wouldn't have to roll any today.
Look at how many different religions we ascribe to in the Swine Brothers sphere. I mean, shit. But yet we all get along because we all find common ground, or at least like insulting each other.
Yeah, and it's like we got atheist, we got Satanist, we got me. That's a theist of sorts, just not of the Abrahamic sort.
Yeah.
I like to base my shit more off of the fucking Lovecraftian model.
Which I incorporate some of that into my beliefs as well, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So,
And I forget exactly what Danamund is. I think she's closer to the fucking pagan branch.
oh, that's cool. Pagans are cool.
And, you know, and she's got fucking friends and family that are fucking Christians. I fucking got friends that are fucking church going.
Yeah, I've got friends who I dated people who were church going. That was weird, but they, you know, it was happy.
I'm just sitting here thinking of all the shit this guy said, and there's like so little actual life.
And like I said, how many
so little experience, so little anything that is reality, just complete projection of whatever the hell he thinks anything is onto.
How many people, how many hardcore metalheads have left because I was too misanthropic or too dark or too whatever for them? I mean, several. And several in bands that I like. And so, and how many people have stuck by me who aren't into metal because they're like, I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's a Christian girl who I talked to, not a different girl. She was like, you know, I actually see good in you. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But
I get that too. Oh, you got such a sweet soul. How?
No, but I mean, she's not out to convert me or anything. She's basically just saying, look, I do see some good in you.
Well, I know that they're not trying to convert me either. It's just I sit there and say how I fucking just become